Hey guys, SightlySouls here, the one among many, and today we're going to talk about my coming out story. So yes, if you did not know it already, I am gay. Friends of mine that are watching this channel obviously know, but a lot of you YouTubers might not know. So today, I figured I would share my coming out story. So, to set the scene, I guess I grew up in small town Heber City, Utah, only until I was about 5 or 6. And then I moved here to Idaho. I live in Meridian or Boise, Idaho, and I've also lived in Arizona. But I currently live in Boise, Idaho, and that's where I've lived the longest. And around the time period that I started noticing that I was gay, I'd have to say that was around middle school and elementary school. I mean, I kind of knew that I was different, and you can tell that you're kind of different when you're at a younger age, and I could tell that I was different when I was in elementary school. But when I was younger, I thought that I loved girls. Not because I was sexually attracted to them, obviously, because that'd be weird to be sexually attracted to people at that young of an age, but because I mistook friendships, the feeling that you get from having a really close friend, for love. I mistook like having a really passionate feeling for a friend, like, oh, I love you so much, you're my best friend ever, for like having a crush on somebody. So when I was younger, I didn't really realize that I was gay until I got to middle school, started going through puberty, and started realizing that that wasn't quite the right emotion, that that was different from what I was feeling for some of these guys that went to my school and people that I was attracted to. So about in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, that's when the whole transition started, and I realized that I was gay when I was in 5th or 6th grade. Immediately after learning that I was gay to myself, I kind of shut down. I didn't really talk to anybody. I didn't really tell anybody. I hid it from my mom because for some odd reason I thought that my mom would hate me for it. And I just kind of got depressed, I went through an emo phase, as everybody goes through their phases. I went through like a really emo phase. I didn't have that many friends. I was really quiet. I didn't talk to a lot of people. I was just really, really down, I guess. And this girl, we're going to call her JoJo, because I've never known anyone named JoJo, but I don't know if this person would want me to reveal their identity. This new girl moved to our town and came to school with us, and she was really, really cool. We sat in all of our classes together. We drew together. We wrote poetry together. We did all kinds of stuff. And I thought she was really cool. So, I kind of started to get closer to her. And one day when we were in our science class, I saw that she was reading a book. If you guys will give me just one moment here. She was reading this book right here. Now, this is a book called Boy Meets Boy by David Levithan. It's not very thick, but I saw her reading it, and I saw the 3 hearts and didn't really think much about it. But then I looked on the cover and saw it says Boy Meets Boy, and I got kind of interested. And not very subtly, I tried to ask her questions about the book, tried to learn a bit more about the book and learn a bit more about her stance on gay people. And I wasn't really good at being subtle, but she didn't ask any questions, so I just kind of got closer to her. Over the next few days, I kind of kept asking her more about it, and asking her more about how she felt about gay people, and asking her more about if she really liked the book. And she seemed really open. And so no matter how scared I was, I think this is how I've told 70% of the people that I met when I first was coming out. I wrote it on a piece of paper that said I'm gay, and I handed it to her, and it was freaking out. She opened it and she's like, oh, that's cool. Want to draw? She was really cool about it. She was really average. So that was the beginning of my boost of confidence, not only for telling people that I was gay in the future, but it really helped me with my confidence in general. Because going through elementary and middle school, of course, like a lot of kids, I was bullied. I did not like anybody at one point. I mean, I remember kids, I don't know, would just say horrible things to me. I remember a lot of the things they say after I came out of the closet, but I mean, I got called all kinds of nicknames, like spaz and faggot and stupid and idiot and no one loves you and go away, and all the same things that most kids go through. So I'm not going to try to make it seem like it was horrendous, because I know some people go through a lot of things, but for me at that age it was a lot, and I couldn't really deal with the bullying, so I just kind of read and didn't really care about. I mean, I cared about what everyone else said, but I didn't really like try to make any friends or try to break out of that cycle until I told JoJo that I was gay. And that's when I started to kind of get my confidence, and I started telling more and more people with the same method, with a note. Started telling more and more people, started getting more and more confidence, until finally the time came when I was like, okay, I've got to tell my mom. So my mom is a single mother who's raised me on her own and done an amazing job. I've never felt without. I mean, she's worked 2 and even 3 jobs at times just to support me, and not even just to simply support me, but to give me things that I would love, to make sure that I have a good Christmas and make sure that I have a good life. I mean, my mom is amazing, and I really, really, really love my mom. And she's an incredibly strong woman. And I don't know why I ever thought that she would hate me or be mad at me, because she's not really religious either. She's just, I don't know, just an average lady. And I guess maybe because I figured that, like, because of the media, all adults get mad when they find out you're gay. But I was afraid to tell her, but I finally came home one day and I was like crying, and I'm like, Mom, I didn't tell you a secret. And she's like, oh my God, did you have sex with a girl? Did you get a girl pregnant? I'm like, no, I didn't. Oh my God. And so the end result, I ended up having her walk outside, and I locked her outside. And then I wrote it on a piece of paper, and I was going to open the door and throw the piece of paper outside, which I did. And she tried to break in like when I opened the door, but I was like, no, you're staying out there. And I threw the note out, but on the note I had written that I was bi. And everyone was like, Dre, let me in. Dre. And I finally let her in, and I was crying, and she gave me a hug, and she's like, we need to talk. And that scared the crap out of me. But I didn't realize what we needed to talk about. So for that entire night, we went outside and we talked about how I feel, why I thought I was bisexual, why I thought I was attracted to both sexes, if I had been through any kind of experience or anything like that. She tried to make sure that I knew what I was talking about. And then it was more like an explanation. Like she had the talk with me that night as well. A very embarrassing night. And initially after that night, she didn't really believe that I was gay because I told her that I was bi. To this day, she'll say that if I had said that I was gay just right out, she would have believed me. But because I said that I was bi, she didn't really believe me. But her other thing was that she said she would never be mad at me. She was just scared for me. She was afraid that being gay would give me a life harder than most people's. She was afraid that, you know, my life somehow wouldn't be as enjoyable, or that I would have things to be afraid of that normal people wouldn't. Like, I would have to be afraid of getting AIDS, or I would have to be afraid of getting beaten up because I want to be with my boyfriend and just go on a normal date, when some people don't have to worry about any of those things. So that's what we had to talk about. And over the next like month or so, she kept trying to question me every day, like, so do you know what you are yet? So do you know what you are yet? Because she thought that I was straight, and I had said that I was bi when I knew that I was gay. So it was this big like confusion going on. Anyways, and this is a little bit of an extreme for a parent to do, but her and I ended up going to Las Vegas. And her reason for taking me to Las Vegas is she knew I'd always wanted to go. She had actually lived there before I was born, and we had been planning a trip anyways, so she figured this would be the best way to get me to talk. So for like a week we went to Vegas, and it was one of the best trips I've ever been on. And to get me to like talk, she kept trying to like do things with me and kept trying to get me to talk, and I still wouldn't talk. So we were eating at P.F. Chang's, eating dinner one night, and she's like, I swear to God, I am not leaving the seat until you talk to me. We're not leaving this restaurant. We're gonna stay here until we get kicked out. Blah 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 blah. And I finally eventually just talked to her, and I said, look, I think I'm gay. And I was scared to say that the whole time, but she was so sweet. And you know, the rest after that doesn't really matter. Just kind of the rest of the trip, got home, things kind of went back to normal. Normal high school, just now, guess what? Dre's gay. And I guess I just started telling more and more people. And of course, there were always a few people that were bad. There was one girl, let's call her Tauntaun, I don't know, who I told that I was gay and told not to tell anybody. And then she spread this rumor all around the school that I was gay. To this day, I really can't stand the woman. A lot of people I know can't stand her. She's really shallow. I don't know. That's basically it. Just little things that would keep happening. And then I went to the high school that I'm in right now. I went from middle school, went to the high school that I'm going to now, which is an amazing high school. I love my school. There's only about 250 kids, and everyone that I know is pretty much fantastic. And everyone's so accepting. But my first day at that school, I went right back to my old methods. I had this friend, let's call him Red. And I was letting him borrow my Naruto comics because I am a gigantic fan of Naruto. I love Naruto, and I was kind of spreading the love of Naruto, so I would let him read my books. And then one day I was like, "Hey, I left a note in there for you." And I don't remember this, but he swears to God that I did this, and I would believe it. In the note it said I'm gay, and he had texted me or called me and was like, "Hey, I don't care, just don't hit on me. I'm straight, whatever, don't do that." And I was like, okay, that's cool. So, and then I just started telling everybody, and it was no big deal. So I think all of those events are what led to the confidence that I have now. So that was my freshman year that I told Blake, and I had begun to tell people in 6th grade. So it took 4 years, 6th, 7th, 8th, until my freshman year. So 3 to 4 years to completely come out of the closet, for everyone to know. You know, I told my family, and they've all been pretty cool about it. I've told all my friends whenever someone like wants to know, I'll just be like, "Oh yeah, by the way, me and my boyfriend this." Like, I don't like sit down and talk to them about it because it's pretty awkward. But basically, pretty much everyone I know knows, and I'm completely out of the closet, and it's an amazing feeling. I would tell anybody that wants to come out of the closet, if they think that they can be safe in their situation, you know, if they think they're not going to be beaten up, or if they think that they're not going to be abused, if they think their parents aren't going to treat them like horribly. I mean, in extreme cases, I would wait until you get out of high school. But apart from that, it only gets better. I mean, coming out of the closet is this liberating, amazing feeling, and you feel this huge weight come off your shoulders. And I can't even describe the feeling until you finally do it yourself. So, I guess there were a few more things I wanted to talk about. I don't really remember them. I'm dating this amazing guy now. I don't know if he wants me to say his name, so let's call him Blue. Me and Blue have been dating for about 5 months, and over 5 months, and he's amazing, and I'm just happy overall. I'm a junior now, so I'm going to be graduating next year. I'm making my YouTube videos, doing the things that I want, and I really don't care about the people that said bad things to me anymore, you know? You get this confidence that's like, when you see them, you don't feel like you want to cry anymore. You don't feel nervous, you don't shake, you just feel great because you have new friends. And that's exactly what I did, is I made new friends. So if you guys want, you can leave videos. You can, I don't know if you can, but you can leave comments in the comment section down below telling me you guys' coming out story. I'd love to hear it. I always love to hear coming out stories. If you guys like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to learn more from me. If you guys want to see me do any tags, go ahead and tell me. If you guys want to hear anything else about me, go ahead and tell me. That's basically that. Thank you guys very much for listening today. And that was my coming out story. I guess I implore you guys to keep coming out and keep doing the things you do, and just be happy in whatever you want to do. So, I'm SightlySouls, and thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.